It's Playify. This is episode 2 of Road to Copenhagen, tracking my journey to win the FNCS Global Championship. This video covers my disappointing Grand Finals performance and what's next for me and the series.
Let's go, baby! Come on, crazy! Come on, crazy! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about.
So, I guess first question is, how did you feel coming out of Grand Finals?
After Grand Finals, felt really disappointed and upset. Just kind of disappointed in how everything went.
Uncontested off the bot. Sphinx now under siege against Crazy and Playify, but a huge defensive shot is going to black Playify down. That gives Crazy GG an opportunity for a 1v1 scenario, but Sphinx realizing I don't have mats, I don't have resources. This opportunity, my chances of winning are going right out the window, especially if they want to get aggressive again. They're able to dodge that first shot. The bait and switch is in. Crazy and Playify finish that one off just in time. That two great shots really cost them everything. Some players will crumble, others like Miro are just hungrier for more as threats just taking too much damage on that trade.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta evaluate, considering only have 4 chug splashes to get involved into this, but man.
What do you think the story of your Grands was?
Storm Surge. Literally just Storm Surge and running a marathon every game. Sums it up pretty well. Pretty much Storm Surge and running every game, as in getting loot off spawn, and by the time we make it to zone, we're just down on Storm Surge because we land so far and zone always pulls so max. So every game we were just running really late because we didn't get no hammers, and we were just dead to Storm Surge every time.
How about like mentally for you? Was there like an up and down? Was it pretty consistent feeling? Like what was the...
It was kind of like a roller coaster mentally for Grands. It was like game 1, we were going into a positive. Even after game 1, game 2, like we had pretty bad games, we were still like whatever. And then once day 2 started, it was kind of like the opposite. It was like after game 6, 7, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was just kind of troll the way we had to play. It was like a mental roller coaster up and down pretty much through all 12 games in each game as well.
What do you think people don't realize about set lobbies?
That you have to rotate. You can't just sit in Storm 24/7. Some people in that Grands were just not moving. They would just sit in Storm above you. Happened to us a couple games, but I think for like audience wise, people don't understand how like laggy the server is and like how much Storm Surge you genuinely need for early Storm Surge. But like once it gets down to that first zone, like the first surge, the lobby becomes so laggy where people are just teleporting. You can't shoot them. But like on the broadcast, it doesn't really show that. It kind of just shows like either you killing them or missing. But like in reality, you're just like, you just can't see them. They're just lagging everywhere.
And then what do you wish you could have done differently or done better?
Everything, I guess. But in detail, as in like, I guess our rotates just weren't good again. Like we kind of just getting bullied by everyone. Like we never really found a way to get around it. Except for day 2, we tried something new, but obviously it just, didn't work because our placement. Day 2, we just got no points. If I could change one specific thing, it would definitely be like being more confident, as in just like not caring and like, oh, this team wants to take your spot, who cares, alpha them type stuff. I kind of feel like we played kind of scared, which kind of backfired us heavy. I mean, it is what it is.
So now what comes next for you?
Next season, they're combining East and West to Central. Both regions fighting for, it's going to be even harder to make Grands, even harder to make LAN, like all that stuff. I want to move to 0 ping in Texas with a bunch of pros if I can find the right people. If not, I mean, it's all good. But I'm going to try to find a new duo and stick with them the whole season from start to finish. Like, I don't want to do that last second stuff no more. Hopefully I can pop off. This season was just kind of a disappointment for me.
What do you want to see most from the game with the new season?
I just hope they add more loot. More loot, that way the map can be spread out a little bit. Maybe a couple new splits, maybe a couple new POIs. I kind of like a long shot hoping for that kind of stuff nowadays, but I feel like it would motivate me more if there was just more loot on the map in general. As of now, there's no movement next season besides launch pads, but those are just rare to get. So if it's a no movement meta, that's gonna really suck. Like really, like no movement metas are like, you gotta be smart, but they're really RNG based half the time, which kind of sucks. But
and then how do you think the central server is going to play out?
I think it's going to be a bunch of East kids, just like this season. Maybe like 3 to 6 West teams, as in like Epic, Will, Re. Like I know Vanilla's is good, Fabs. I think it's going to be them plus us, and not really much West or like combined duos. I think maybe there might be a couple like West/East duos doing for the season, but other than that, it's gonna look kind of the same. I'll be back for next grands, so I'm not gonna let that happen again. That's really it.